Hi there, my name is Sophie, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a completely homemade origami box. But before I show you that, I would like to talk to you a little bit about a medical profession called occupational therapy and what the role of crafts like origami boxes is in OT. Occupational therapy is set apart from many other healthcare professions and that is focused on helping the patient or client do what is important to them, not what someone else thinks is best. An occupational therapy practitioner's goal is not to cure a disease, but to stop the disease from becoming a barrier to the things that make life worth living. When an occupational therapy practitioner treats a client, it is often referred to as an intervention. One intervention that OT often uses is crafts. Crafts can be used to help restore an individual's sense of purpose and to give them a sense of accomplishment. Crafts can also be relaxing, they can improve focus, and they're also really good for developing fine motor skills, among many other things. When done in a group setting, crafts can develop social skills and build camaraderie amongst the members. Now I'm going to show you how to make these boxes. This is just a box that I made. It's origami. It's made out of printer paper that I cut down to size, and I'm going to tell you how to do all of it. But before we do that, I'm going to tell you the items that you need and the price for each item. So first you're going to need 2 pieces of printer paper, just standard everyday 8.5 by 11 printer paper. Each of those, one is usually about a cent, I guess. I mean, you're not going to the store and buying pieces of paper by the cent, but you know what I mean. Next, you're going to need 1 or 2 markers. I estimate that each marker is about 50 cents. You're going to need some scissors, about $5, and a ruler, about $1. We're not paying more than $1 for a ruler. So, first thing you're going to need to do is cut the paper down to size. Now, this is 8.5 by 11 printer paper, so the first thing you need to do to make the larger square of paper is to just cut down the long end, measure with your ruler 8.5 inches, mark that down, cut off the excess, throw the excess away. Now you've got a 8.5 by 8.5 piece of square paper. The other one has to be slightly smaller, about 1/2 inch, so that you're going to have to cut both sides down to 8 inches. Next thing you do is you carefully fold each one in half. You want to be as precise as possible. And you're going to fold it in half each way down the middle so that it'll be a cross with a line in the middle of each edge of the paper. The next thing you're going to do is take one corner of the paper, and fold it down so that it's a triangle in the middle of that cross. And you're going to do that for each corner so that you end up with a piece of paper that looks like this. See, this was the corner of the paper was like this. Got it. Next thing you're going to do is fold this piece of paper down in half along the long edge using the little where all the triangles meet as guide. So now you'll have a piece of paper that looks like this. Then you'll repeat on the other side. And then you'll unfold it. And then you'll repeat for the other side so that you get something that looks like this. So you can see it was folded down in the middle. Oops. See, we have one side that still needs to be done. Now we've got it. I'm going to use my handy dandy ruler to fold it all the way down so it's nicely creased. Now we have it so that each one we've got a little square. That's going to be either the top of your lid or the bottom of the box. Now is this part where you simply unfold those 2 large triangles so you have a piece of paper that looks like this. This is the part that's really hard to explain. You start by taking these two sort of triangle edges and you bring them together in the middle of the paper, kind of contorting it. And this part right here, this foldy bit, is going to fold down. Nope. It's going to fold down, but you have to press these together like this so that you have the edge. Otherwise, you're going to fold it flat down, and that's not going to be a box. It's going to be a fancy rectangle. This is why following directions is important, because otherwise you're not going to get what you asked for. So now you have a piece that looks something like this. Do the same thing for the other side. Fold it down, some dexterous finger movements. And sometimes it pops up, that's fine. If you wanted, you could get some glue, but we're not going to be that fancy today. And now we have a somewhat unwilling box. I know it seems like witchcraft, but I promise you it's not. I think it's math or something. And then you do the same exact thing with the other piece of paper, the slightly different size piece of paper. The larger one is going to be the lid. And then you end up with this one, the one I showed you. And that's your origami box. You can use it for whatever you want. You can keep it empty. You can fill it with snacks. You can use it as a drawer organizer. You can use it as a gift box to put jewelry in. It's a fun little thing. So this craft is appropriate for anyone from children to adults. If somebody can't use scissors, then you can pre-cut it to the correct size for the project. It helps with the fine motor skills in several different ways: the folding, the cutting, the drawing. I did cover the drawing. I didn't cover the drawing, did I? Did I cover the drawing? You have to draw the pattern so that you can tell the difference between the white side and the pattern side, because otherwise you can't see. Well, now you know that part. It's also customizable because of that pattern. See, that pattern was important. It's a good thing I got to it at least at some point. So the pattern is a way to be creative with that. You can customize it. You can draw hearts. You can draw a snowman. You can make it whatever themed you want. And that's a nice way to be creative with it. It also helps with the focus. Focus is important, especially to me right now. I seem to be lacking in that. And the ability to follow directions. That's very important for clients and also me. It's a useful thing, this box. I like it. In conclusion, occupational therapy is a medical profession that is client-centered and holistic. We care about the client and we care about everything you do with the client. So you got that. OT practitioners can use crafts such as this origami box as a way of helping clients with issues, whether the problem is motor or psychosocial in nature. That's all, folks.